got some pretty excited people here today.
This is fantastic.
Yeah?
You guys look amazing. This is wonderful.
So, wow, where do we begin? I mean, first of all, Red, it took about 2 minutes when it went on sale at midnight Monday for it to go to #1. So congratulations.
That's insane. Thank you so much.
And in fact, I think Rolling Stone called it your most eclectic album ever. And you worked with a lot of different artists who you admired. And I know you told me, I went to visit Taylor in Nashville. Yeah, I know. They're like, And you told me that it really, you did not want to be predictable. You really wanted to kind of take chances and take risks and do some different kind of music. How would you describe how this album differs from your previous 3?
I think with this album, you can tell that I've been influenced by every possible corner of, of an iPod, with every kind of genre of music on it. I think that's how my friends and I are, and that's, I think, how a lot of my fans are, too. We like every kind of music, and so our iPods are filled with rap, and then folk, and then singer-songwriter music, and then country, and then bluegrass, and then, like, rock, and then, like, straight-up pop, and it's like, we'll listen to anything we think is good, and I think that really kind of infiltrated this record.
Who are you listening to right now?
I'm listening to so many things right now. I'm listening to, I listen to a lot of Ed Sheeran, and that's why I wanted him to collaborate with me on this record, and I'm so excited that he did, because I'm really proud of the song.
He's really big overseas, right?
Huge. Like, all anybody talks about.
Now, do you still, Taylor, when I interviewed you a long time ago, you said you sing into your iPod. You put the record thing on. You're like, la, 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 whatever. And
Yeah.
I don't think it's like that, by the way.
No, it's not that good.
Really?
It's like in the middle of the night, and it's like sometimes you record one in the middle of the night, and you're just sort of like, it's this idea, and it's got sort of like a beat behind it. I don't know if I was telling you this, but I'll wake up in the morning, and I'll listen back to it, and it's like, your heart, and it's just like, what is that? I thought that was good last night. I don't understand. That happens a percentage of the time, but then sometimes you wake up and you're like, ooh, I need to finish that.
Yeah, and in fact, you said sometimes when your friends are all around, you'll be like, can you hold on a second? You'll go in the corner, you'll be like, whatever you do.
Yeah,
I can't.
seriously.
Or you'll put a phrase into your iPhone or do something like that, and they think you're a little, woo.
That happened with a song that I ended up finishing with Ed, that the first idea that hit me was this part of the song. It ended up being on the record. It's called Everything Has Changed. And there's a part on the song that goes, like, I just want to know you better. And I got that idea while I was riding in the car with my friend Claire, and she's talking about, like, oh my God, and then my sister said to me this, and she's like, what are you singing? And I'm just like, over there, I'm like, I just want to know you better. And the next day, like, I had demoed up the song with Ed, and she's like, that's what you were singing in the car. That's so funny. How that works, huh?
Your friends must think, oh, Taylor's doing her weird thing again.
Yeah, it's a weird social quirk, for sure.
Let's talk about We Will Never, Ever, Ever Get Back Together. I mean, did he get the message?
I mean, yeah, no, I haven't heard from him since, so I think so. I think I was just insistent enough this time.
And I know it is funny because you don't want to talk about individuals you've written songs about. Of course, it's become this big, fun guessing game. I think that in the video you have a scarf on, which is a big clue because you were wearing a scarf when you were dating Jake Gyllenhaal and all that stuff. What do you think about all the people who are kind of trying to figure it all out?
See, I don't read anything about myself, so I didn't know that was a thing that people had figured out. I'll be over there singing incoherent melodies in my phone. Oh, this is still a question. Okay.
No, but if you ever want someone to talk, you just leave a lot of dead space.
I know,
for them.
but I have no ability to do that in conversation, and you are so good at it.
Yeah. Let's talk about, though, I know you've said that you don't want to discuss your personal life. It's much better to sing about it. Why is that? Why do you find it much easier to kind of put your words into music rather than, because some of them are pretty raw and honest and, let's face it, tough.
Yeah, I mean, some of my songs are like as if I was yelling at you, but I don't yell at you. You know?
Yeah.
That's the difference. Like, I am not the kind of person who can like scream at another person and like let out their feelings in that way and go crazy and throw a tantrum and like throw that or like, you know?
Right.
But I will try to say how I feel in like a calm way and like and try to process it and like make the best of the situation. I'm blindly optimistic. And then when I get out of the situation or the relationship or whatever I was in that was causing me that much confusion, the dust settles and I go to my own corner and I figure out how I actually felt about it. Sometimes I feel like I don't actually know how I feel until I write the song.
Do you think you're sort of a hopeless romantic, that you fall in love too easily? I feel like I need a couch for Taylor. I feel like I'm like Lorraine Bracco on The Sopranos. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think there's such a thing as falling in love too easily or falling too fast or loving someone too soon or trusting someone too soon. I think that if that's just how you are, that's how you are.
Is that how you are, you think?
With certain people, I'm not. Everybody's a case-by-case situation. Like, I've never treated two relationships the same way. Because, you know, like some people will make you write songs. Some people you can't write a song about them, and you're like dating them, and you just wish you could write a song for them, and you can't for some reason. And then that person over there, you've written half your album about. It's like, and you don't understand it. I think that relationships are a lot like that in the sense that some people move you and some people don't.
In a webcast, you told your fans that the songs on this album are all about the tumultuous, insane, crazy, intense, semi-toxic relationships you've had in the last 2 years.
Yeah, party.
That sounds miserable, Taylor.
You know what? At times, yeah. It's been great. I have had a lot to write about because I'm 22, and that's the time when you're absolutely all over the place and confused, and you know you're confused, and you don't know where you're going, but you kind of do, and you're just like, you know, but you have your friends that you can rely on, and it's okay to fall in love and learn lessons the hard way, and in my case, write songs about it.
Yeah, how do you begin to have a normal relationship, though, with someone when your picture's plastered all over, you know, all these different publications? I know you don't read them, and you try to kind of shield yourself from all the things that are written about you, but it seems like that would put so much pressure on any relationship.
Yeah, I don't know how to have a normal relationship because I don't know. I try to act normal and love from a normal place and live a normal life, but there is sort of an abnormal magnifying glass, like telescope lens on everything that happens between me and anybody else.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know how to do that correctly or anything. I don't really know that much about love, it turns out. So.
Yeah. Well, that's actually a really candid admission. I don't know if anybody really does. I'm 55. Good. I'm not sure I do.
Yeah, right?
So there you go.
Awesome. We've really broken some ground here.
I feel so much better. But you've been linked with some, you know, cute guys over the past few years. And I'm just curious, what have you learned? I mean, I know you say you don't really know anything about love, but you obviously, I sort of feel that with each relationship, you learn something. You know, you learn something about yourself, your needs, what you want, what you don't want.
You mean like how to get cute guys, or?
No, how to have a good, healthy relationship.
I don't know. I think that for me, one thing that, there was a bit of advice that my brother gave me, and he's so smart. He got really wise all of a sudden. He's 2 years younger than me. And he, I would go to him and say, from a guy's perspective, what should I do here? I mean, I don't know what to do. There's this option, there's this option, there's this option. And he'd go, what do you want to do? Do that. Just do what you want to do, because he's like, this is a matter of love, and there are no rules when it comes to love. He's like, there are absolutely no rules. Do what you want to do. And I think that was the most liberating piece of advice that I've gotten, because it's the most unpredictable thing. You think it's one thing, it turns out to be another. It's like, you know, there's trapdoors and all kinds of scary stuff and like caves and bears. You don't know what's gonna happen, and so you just have to do what you feel like doing. It's like going with your gut, I guess.
But it's hard because, you know, to put your heart on the line, it can get crushed like a country song.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but you know what? I think that I've learned through songwriting that if something made me feel deeply, or anything at all, it was worth it.
Some of the people you've been with, like John Mayer, claims your hit song, Dear John, was about him and he felt humiliated.
Oh, come on.
Do you ever hear from these dudes like, yo, Taylor, guess what? I didn't really appreciate this. Do they ever get in touch with you?
Well, some of them like to write really long emails.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Have you ever written a song that was so mean you couldn't release it? Like, you know, like a burn book? Like, you know, when you're really angry, you write a letter and you just put it in a drawer. Have you ever done that with a song?
No, I just put those on my albums.
Okay, well, there you go. You know, Taylor, I know you recently bought a condo in Nashville, and I got a chance to visit it, and it's sort of decorated like the secret garden in a way. It must be your little sort of safe place, your refuge, is it?
Yeah, absolutely. And you were one of the first people to see it, so I'm glad that you like it.
No, it's really pretty, and I was kind of shocked that you're living with someone. Meredith, the cat.
Yeah.
And I actually met Meredith as well. And Meredith has become quite a pop culture icon, hasn't she?
It's a crazy situation because it's a cat, you know?
Yeah.
She's awesome, though. She's like the most adorable cat in the world, I feel like. That's very biased, though.
Yeah, well, you know what? Because Meredith is such an important... Oh, a Katie tote bag. We got you some.
Oh, she's all squinty in that picture.
I know,
like...
I know. I think she's cute. We got you a Meredith T-shirt.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh my God!
We
you think I'm not gonna wear that?
We got
You're
some
wrong.
Meredith ornaments.
This is so important.
Yeah. So, and all in a Katie tote bag. So
Thank
we also
you
got
so
you a
much.
Meredith calendar, by the way, which I thought would be
What
so
is
great.
happening?
2013, your lucky number, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 13 anyway.
Oh my God, you guys are.
So there's a picture of Meredith for every month. I mean, really, are we crazy or what? There's Valentine's Day, Meredith, right there.
That's amazing. That's
anyway,
her, like,
we know she's very important to you, so we wanted to do something about
Thank
this.
you so much.
You're welcome.
You're so
enjoy.
fantastic.
All right, so we have a video of you singing at a very young age, and I want to take a look at it, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Wow, listening to that, I would be like, wow, she's really got a future.
What a prodigy that was. Great hair. Wow.
When did you figure out, though, there must have been an aha moment in your life where you thought, gee, this is in me. I can do this. I have, you know, music pulsing through my veins.
I never thought I can do this. I never really felt like you're a shoo-in. You're gonna kill that, you know, easy.
And in fact, you still have a lot of anxiety, I know, and you worry a lot.
Yeah, not like rocking back and forth anxiety.
No, but I know you know you worry about things, even when things are going really, really well.
Oh yeah, like I worry about everything.
You have this little voice, sort of inside of you, saying, sort of negative
You
thoughts.
can't do it. You're a loser.
Is that what the voice says?
Yep.
Let me talk about your anxiety issues a little bit more.
Oh, great.
No, one of the funny things, you have these recurring nightmares.
Yep.
Yeah, tell us what they are.
I get hauled off to jail for something I didn't do.
And this is a recurring nightmare.
Yes.
And then you have another one, right, about clothes or
yeah, like
dirty clothes?
I'm in a room and I wake up and I have all these piles of clothes all over the floor, and I start cleaning them, and they start multiplying, and then they're on the ceiling, and they're growing, then they're on the ceiling growing, and the ones over here are growing, and I can't clean them, and they keep multiplying.
Now, we actually, I thought this would be sort of funny. We called a dream analyst.
Are
to
you
find
serious?
What these dreams mean.
I don't know if I
and
want to
apparently,
know.
yeah. Apparently, if your dream of being arrested, it's a subconscious fear of losing it all.
Yes, that happens.
And the clutter dream, the closed dream, that you worry about things getting out of order and not having control. That's pretty kind of obvious,
yeah,
isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Woo.
How do you? Very insightful.
Yeah.
You told me that if people do get tired of you, you're going to just write songs for other people. Do you really think that'll ever happen, and there will come that day? And how will you know?
I don't know. I don't know, and that's another fear, and that's another nightmare. We can talk about that after if you want.
This is going to be a very expensive session.
Yeah, seriously. I just feel like there will be a time when I'll probably kind of step a little bit backwards from it a little bit, because I think that it's important to really live in the moment while you're here, but I also think it's important to know when it's time to walk off stage.
You definitely want to avoid being predictable.
Yeah, that's
and
why
so
that's part of
why
the reason why I made this record the way that I made it. I just don't, I think my biggest fear is the criticism of all her songs are starting to sound the same. Oh, yeah. They all sound the same, you know, and for me, I was just like, well, we can have this record, you know.
Meanwhile, I mean, I know that every award you get, you're so thrilled. In fact, it seems like you're so shocked every time you win something. And at this point, I'm like, really? Taylor can't be that shocked. And we have all your sort of actually surprised Taylor
Don't show it to
faces.
me. This will hurt my feelings. Do not show it to me.
But you're always like, give me your best Taylor surprise
That's
face.
sort of just that's how I am, though. I just kind of get really excited about stuff. I don't know.
Oh, your fans are like, I'm not
just like-
criticizing her.
No, it's like, you know, I get it. Like, people are like, oh, you're winning a lot of awards, but when it's you and you've watched these award shows your whole life, and you're at the Grammys and they call your name, that freaks you out. Trust me, it freaks you out. It is a crazy thing to happen to a person. And like, you know, I'm sorry, like when I was watching those award shows when I was a kid and I'd see someone get up and be like, thanks, so bye. I'd be like, what? You just won a crazy award? That's insane. Like, aren't you excited? And I think people get excited about awards no matter what. They just don't show you. And I think they go home and they like lock themselves in their closet and jump up and down and freak out.
So you decide you shouldn't be blasé. You might as well be excited.
I don't really decide anything. It's like it just happens. I just get really happy and excited when I win awards because I just feel like that's something that's not going to happen to you forever, and it might not even happen to you ever again after this one time that they just called out your name, and so I just freak out, and I don't have any control over it really.
One of the things I have to say on behalf of mothers, we really appreciate the fact that you're such a great role model for our girls. And
Thank
you know, I think that, you know, there are a lot of train wrecks out there, and it's just nice to have somebody who I think has certain values and comports herself in a certain way, and it's also nice to have something to share with our teenage daughters who don't necessarily like hanging out with us, that we have this nice thing in common, you know? And
Thank
so I
you.
just want to say on behalf of a lot of mothers of girls out there, and guys too, I guess. Men, boys like your music too.
There have been a lot of boys lately in the audiences.
Yeah.
It's been nice to see.
That is nice to see.
It's been crazy.
So,
it's like, hey guys, what are you all doing here?
no, it's great.
They know where the girls are.
Yeah, that's right. They're smart,
Yeah.
right?